Welcome back. The goal of this video is to lay some ground rules before we get stuck into the business strategy which is upcoming. Now, I get a lot of people that goes through the online course and they tell me that there's a lot of time being spent on prepping the foundation and they rather want to get into the meat of the course quickly. They want to know how to generate leads, how to do marketing, how to do sales, and all those technical things that you need for a successful business. However, we first need to lay a couple of ground rules that we know exactly where we want to go with our business before we can get into the technicalities of what makes a successful business. So I'm going to share with you 3 ideas that I want you to consider when moving forward as an entrepreneur or as a business owner. The first one is the technician versus the entrepreneur. Now, for you to build a successful business, you need clear understanding of the 2 different types of business owners that we see in small businesses today. The first type is the technician. Now, just a quick analogy. It's your example of an electrician, which is a good electrician, and he one day decides, you know what, I'm going to start my own business because I'm a good electrician. So he starts a business based on his technicality or his strength that he's qualified in, which obviously makes sense. But the problem now comes in, this electrician is not an entrepreneur. He's just a technician with a technical skill that now assumes he's going to have a good business in that technical area. And then he goes and he starts his business only to find out that he knows absolutely nothing about marketing. He knows nothing about sales. He's struggling with the admin. He absolutely hates to manage people. All he wants to do is he wants to do the technical work, the electrical work that he's qualified in. And unfortunately, that doesn't build a business. And nobody cares whether you are the best electrician in the world or not. It's not about that. It's about who can win the lead through a marketing channel and who can make the sale through a sales process. That's what makes a successful business, not how good you technically are. Now, as hard as it is to hear that, and I get my clients all the time that tells me, I'm the technician, and I can really see that I irritate them when I teach them this analogy, but it is so important for you to capture this. The entrepreneur on the other end is the person that's focused on building a successful business. An entrepreneur is focused on the market and what the market needs. An entrepreneur is focused on building systems. An entrepreneur is focused on setting up lead generation and lead conversion, because the entrepreneur understands that 80% of the success of his business comes from lead generation and lead conversion. Right, now, if you are a technician, it's not a train smash. It's a simple mind shift to get yourself out of the business, because as a technician, you're sitting in the business and you are the business. You are the marketing, you are the sales, you are the admin, you are the technicalities of what you offer to your target market. But you need to make a conscious decision now to get yourself out of the business and emotionally cut the ties with your business. And you need to change your perspective. The entrepreneur views the business from the outside and he builds the business from the outside. To make this practical, I'm going to use a very simple example. If I use and operate my iPhone, Steve Jobs isn't sitting inside the iPhone and runs around every time I touch a button and quickly go and changes that setting. Obviously, Steve Jobs built the iPhone from the outside to work on its own. And that's exactly how you need to view your business. You need to get outside the business and work on the business to get it to work on itself. And there's 5 key boxes. We will discuss this in module 2 as well. But there's 5 key boxes that you need to work on, which is marketing, sales, operations, legalities, and management. Right, now the second part of Entrepreneurship 101 is the characteristics of an entrepreneur. An entrepreneur consists of a dreamer, an architect, and a builder. I'm not worried about the dreamer, I'm not worried about the builder. Most entrepreneurs I meet has a big dream and they're willing to work hard. The middle part is the part that really gets neglected, which is the architect side of the entrepreneur. Now, if you think about it logically, for me to build a house on an open piece of ground, I need a plan from an architect. I can't just go to the builder and say, please build me this house. The builder's obviously going to ask me, well, where's the plan? So we need to spend time on the middle part of the characteristic of the entrepreneur, which is the architect. And the architect needs to draw up a practical vision that will bring the dream to life that the builder can work on. And lastly, I want to challenge you on the concept of success. Now, John Maxwell said that success is knowing your purpose, sowing positive seeds to empower other people, and understanding what you need to do here on earth. And if I take that definition and I put it into your business, the question really becomes, do you know what the purpose of your business is? Are you selling a proper quality product or service at an affordable price? And are you benefiting your customers, your target market? That's what business is all about. Two vital questions that changed my life. The first one, you as an entrepreneur need to decide what is enough for you. If I ask you that question now, what is enough for you? What will your answer be? Because if you don't know where the limit is to what is enough for you, nothing will ever be enough. And you'll always just want the next, the next, the next. So make a decision of what's enough and go for it. The second question is, what do you want out of your business? I get a lot of people sitting in front of me that wants help with their business. And sometimes it's as simple as they don't know what they want from the business. They're halfway connected, or committed rather, and they don't want to fully invest in this thing because they've got a job on the side. They only want to make some extra money. If that's your attitude, great. But then really, I'm not sure if I can help you, because entrepreneurship is so difficult and today's climate is so difficult that you must be all in. All right, so I'm going to challenge you with that. And now that the ground rules are laid down, it's time for us to get started. I will see you guys in the next video.